Hi everyone, in this lecture we are going to learn how you can pass function as argument to another function. And the reason why you need to know this concept is that in the next lecture we will talk about decorators, and it is one of the prerequisites of decorators. So without further discussion, let's get started. First of all, we need two functions. One will be our main function, while we will pass the second function as argument to the first one. So let me write here in the comment. So let's define here a function that we will pass as an argument to the function. And before I actually write coding, let me tell you that we are going to make a program that will convert a normal string to uppercase letter string. So this function is going to return us a string, and I'll write here str underscore returner, and it is not going to accept any argument. You can pass your arguments if you want, but I'm going to leave it empty. And then I'll write here return, and I'll return this string hello world. Okay, and in the second function, my task is to convert this return string to uppercase letters. And let me write here another comment. So now we need to write our main function. Just write here def, and I'll name it case converter. And now this function is going to accept an other function. So here I just need to write funct, and again it's just a variable name. You can write here any kind of name, because we know very well that Python is a dynamic language and it will automatically detect whether user is passing here a value or whether he is passing here a function. Then put colon, and now inside this function, first of all, I'll call this function which user will pass right here. So just write here the parameter name. Okay, I'm calling it. So these rounded brackets will tell the Python interpreter to call this function or this parameter, and I'll save the result in n underscore text text variable. And here we are going to pass this string returner function, and here as you can see that this function is going to return us this hello world, and that's why I'm accepting this text in this n underscore text variable. I hope that you have understood. Let me tell you one more time. This function is going to accept an other function, and we will pass this function as argument to this function, and this function return us a value which is hello world. And after calling the function inside this function, I'm accepting the returning value of this function in this n underscore text variable. So I hope now you have understood it, and now my task is to convert this string to uppercase letters. So I'll write here n underscore tx text dot upper upper. So upper is a string method which allow us to convert small case letters to uppercase letters, and I'm going to save this string in this u underscore text text variable, and I'll return this variable. So just write here return u underscore text text simply. And now down here, I'm going to call this case converter, and I'll pass this function as argument to this case converter. So just right here case converter, then put these rounded brackets, and now here I'm going to call string underscore returner. But make sure that you should not put these rounded brackets, because if you put these rounded brackets, Python will understand that okay, I just need to call this function right here, and instead of passing this function we will pass this return value, but we don't want it, so just remove these rounded brackets. And now I'm going to save the return value of this case converter, which is our upper text, in this text variable. And on line 13 I'm going to print this text. Okay, let's save it. and let's run it. And here we go. We got hello world. And now in order to understand it more deeply, let me debug it. Debug Python file. And first of all, Python will read line number 2 and then it will jump to line number 6, because in both of these lines we are declaring a function, and then it will jump to line number 12 where we are calling this case converter function, and again it will jump to line number 7 and it is going to jump right here, because here as you can see we are calling a string underscore returner function. So this function is going to return a value which I will accept right here. And now here as you can see that n underscore text variable got hello world value, and this is going to convert it to uppercase, and we got hello world in u underscore text, but all the letters of this hello world are in uppercase. And now this function is going to return this, and we will accept this hello world right here in this text variable. And here as you can see we got our hello world, and I'm now simply printing it. So I hope that you have understood how you can pass a function as an argument to another function, and you can make it more exciting by taking an extra argument right here in this case converter, where user will define whether he wants to convert the string into uppercase letters or into lowercase letters. And let me tell you that generally we use them with decorators. So in the next lecture we will talk about decorators, and I'll see you there. Bye bye.